Welcome back, guys. Episode 6 now, I think. A good friend from Young Life is here. Great leader, and I just wanted to ask him some questions today. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Jackson. I lead at UTSA Young Life. I'm a senior, so I'm about to graduate, hopefully. But I'm from Belton, Texas. That's where my family lives. My dad was in the Army, so I moved around a whole bunch. But they'll probably move once I graduate college. They'll probably move out of Belton, and my dad wants to live somewhere kind of rural. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I was born in St. Louis, but I don't really have like a home, which sounds sad, but it's not. I enjoy it. So
Yeah, I know my parents are the exact same. My parents want to move.
yeah.
Yeah, after I graduate, they're probably gonna move.
Yeah, my dad just can't stay put. So
Yeah, and
we
they
rock
want to
around.
live in like a property. So
Yeah, same. Yeah, same. Cool.
So, being a leader, I know I interviewed Emily. Shout out that video if you want to go watch it. I'll link it right here. But talking about being a leader in general, and being a leader is being founded in Christ, from what my definition has been taught to me in leadership training. And my first question to you is like, when did you realize that following God isn't just like something you did or something you just did to fit in or like something cool, but like it was truly something that shaped who you were?
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I grew up in a Christian household. My dad was a pastor he's a chaplain, so like a pastor in the military for 20 years. So I grew up like watching him teach, and I like grew up. I grew up knowing a lot of things. Like I knew the Lord's Prayer. I knew the doxology. Like I know all these things, and I guess I just didn't really understand the weight of them until high school. And then in high school, that's when I could start to like grasp what I was saying and understanding it. But I don't think it became super like vital to me, honestly, until my like end of my senior year of high school, slash like very beginning of college, because I was always like really successful in high school. Like I was good at baseball. I had a lot of friends. Like got a lot of attention from people, and like I just kind of thrived on that. And I went to church as well, and I would say that I had a faith probably starting like in 7th grade. It's kind of when I gave my life to Christ at a camp. Pretty
Yeah.
typical situation. But I think once I realized like kind of all this stuff is coming to an end, like the popularity in high school and
Yeah.
my baseball career, I decided I didn't want to play college baseball and all these things, and I was like, man, like I really have to like put my identity in something that is eternal and matters. And that's when I really started like I guess like developing and like creating like a much more real and like visual, like tangible relationship with Jesus, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Does that answer your question? Is that you want to
I mean, if you want to answer it further, you can go ahead.
repeat the question? Repeat the
Okay.
question.
When did you realize that like following God isn't just like something you just do for fun, like you just something that like it's something that you actually like? When did you realize it was something that you actually have to do? Like you
Yeah.
have to wake up every morning and pick up
Yeah.
that cross.
Yeah. I guess that's interesting. Yeah. I guess I knew it was something I had to do like from a young age, but I didn't actually. I guess I didn't actually know that. I didn't know that like in its fullness. I guess I just kind of was like, yeah, I have to do that, and I'll do it. I'll do it at some point when I'm
Yeah.
older and more mature. Like I'll actually start doing it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I did, I guess, is like put that off until like my end of high school. And
Yeah. No, I get it.
so,
I think
yeah, I don't
that's
know.
I think that's what happened to me too. I think playing a sport, especially, I've talked about this before with Sam, but playing a sport in high school just gives you like this little ego.
Yeah,
You'd be like walking around and obviously having an ego isn't good. So you just think like, oh, I can do this later. Like
Yeah.
I don't have to give my life to Christ right now. And for my first night being a leader in high school, I could already tell like you can kind of tell, not in a judgmental way, but you can tell like
yeah,
who's trying to be like nonchalant, I guess, in a
yeah, yeah,
sense. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Well, yeah, that's the fun part about being a high school young life leader is like you've been in their shoes, and like especially you guys, like you were in their shoes last year.
Yeah,
like
no,
that's so
literally.
recent. Like
Yeah.
you're not much older than them. Like, which is cool. That's like a cool part of like
Yeah.
leadership is like you're just with them. Those are just like your boys, like your friends. Like
Yeah.
that's what I like about being a college leader is like it's like man, like it's just really easy to like not elevate myself. Like these guys are all just like my friends. Like and
Yeah.
I don't want to like I don't know put myself on a pedestal. And that's like a cool thing you get to do is like lead humbly and like
Yeah.
with them.
And I see myself in some of them like how I used to be
Yeah.
back. We never had Young Life at my school, but definitely like going to like Bible studies or church. I was definitely always like that kid that like was like, I don't need this right now.
Yeah.
Like loving the way that life was, you know.
Yeah.
One was like a playing baseball. You definitely had a lot of baseball friends, I'm assuming. Did you party a lot?
No,
No.
that was
Okay.
something that I guess I would. That's something else that I kind of carried within my ego in high school. Is like, I've never drank, I've never partied, I've never even
Mm.
like dipped my toes in any of that. Um, and then, but in high school, I like held myself. I did have myself on a pedestal in high
Yeah.
school in regards to that. I'm like, man, like you guys do all that. I mean, I was definitely still friends with people who did a lot of that stuff, but I just managed to refrain. I honestly didn't really have any draw to that at all.
Mhm.
I always, like a complete gift, something that like I did not do, is I just always had awesome friends like from church and guys very similar to me that were also like following Christ that were super fun. Like
Yeah.
honestly, like growing up going to church, like most of the kids at church was like weird as heck. Like if you go to like a locked in reformed church, like most of the kids are just gonna be weird, and their parents are gonna be kind of weird too.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
so
Yeah.
like, so it was a gift that I had friends like me that were, you know, in the church and also like normal and cool and like fun to hang out
Yeah,
with.
no, I get
That
it.
made it way
Yeah.
easier for me not to do those things.
Like
Like,
I think that's why I like Young Life so much too, because you like you said, there is a lot of weird people.
yeah,
Not in a bad way. It's not bad to be weird, but it's just people that you don't usually hang out with. Like you're
sure,
so used to like if you play baseball or like
yeah,
soccer or football, so used to hanging out with those types of people.
yeah,
And I mean, having those type of people that are also trying to live the life that you live is
yeah,
good.
yeah. I think yeah, definitely a big piece of like playing sports in high school just like held me back. It's like I'm just like I'm finding my identity in this thing, and like I'm putting all of my effort into it. It's
Yeah.
like that's what like I admire so much about like Fran and Lauren and like all these people that we know that are athletes that are also like following Christ so intimately, is like you are like you have to put so much time and effort into this like this thing like that is not like I don't know, like I put all my time and effort into Young Life and like a
Yeah.
ministry thing, and like that helps me stay focused on, you know, what is true. And like
Yeah.
and I'm just it's so impressive that they have all these obligations and all these things like outside of I don't know, like
Yeah.
church and like immediate like direct connection to Christ, and they just stay so locked in, and like it still means so much to them.
Yeah.
Like because in high school I was playing sports, it did not matter to me. Like I would do this and like I would play sports and all that, and then I would kind of like church on Sunday. That's pretty much it, and then back to like, you know, hanging out with my
Yeah,
friends
I
and
know.
being good at
You
sports.
just
Like
want to focus on the sport and
yeah,
like maybe school on the side.
yeah,
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 that's
yeah, no, yeah,
all.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nah, maybe a little bit.
That I was definitely like that too. I think it's just that change in college when you leave your sport behind. I
Yeah,
think that's like the honestly I would put that in like the top 5 biggest changes like of all time is probably
yeah,
just
yeah,
leaving if you played a sport in high school or like if you did band or something, just leaving that behind and just going to college and just starting with nothing
yeah,
is
yeah.
probably like the biggest
Yeah, it's
change.
a complete change. Yeah, top 5 biggest changes of all time. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree. Well, that's what's so impressive, like about these collegiate athletes, is because they go from doing it in high school and then taking it like to a whole nother level of intensity. Like it's so much more time
Facts, yeah.
consuming, and then you like,
You're still going
man,
to the
you're still
events and
locked
stuff
in.
like that.
Yeah, it's
No, it's
crazy.
very impressive, and I can say this takes a lot of my time, which it doesn't.
Yeah,
But for them, it's like every single, and they have to wake up every single day knowing that they're gonna go play their sport.
yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
wake up super early and then still come to Young Life late at night.
yeah.
I don't know. It's just impressive. I'm really impressed.
Would you say like being a leader? Everyone, I guess, looks up to you in a way. I mean, I look up to most of the leaders here with the way y'all follow God.
Sure.
How would you say you've dealt with like that pressure, like not letting it just destroy you? Because it's definitely there's definitely pressure in it, and if you don't treat it right, you could just let that could all go crumbling down. You know?
Sure. Sure. That's a good question. I don't know, like leadership. I don't know. I've been kind of like a natural leader my whole life. I've like, you know, in sports and just like even like in like friend groups and social situations, and I don't know, I'm just like a loud, outgoing like person. I enjoy leading and things
Yeah.
like that. But this like leading people spiritually for me is like it's like a whole different ball game. Like I I think what relieves the pressure is that all the things that I like, all the pressures of leading. Like, what are the pressures of leading? Like, man, like I want you guys to like. I don't really want you guys to like be looking up at me, but I want you guys to see me as someone who's like above reproach. Like, I don't want to be like following. I want to lead by example, I guess.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
our example is Jesus and the cross and like, his like super sacrificial, humble way of living. And so I guess what relieves the pressure is it's not so much that I want to do those things like for you guys, but I want to do those things like for my own, like I want to do this for my own like spiritual well-being, like my
Yeah.
own faith. Like, what does Jesus tell me to do? Well, he tells me to do these things, and like, and by doing the things that Jesus tells me to do is like that's how I can lead you guys well. And so, I guess like I don't really feel much more pressure like with you guys, I guess watching me than I would if I were doing it, if I weren't leading you guys, because it's just
Yeah.
like I'm doing this for Christ. I'm not doing it for you guys, and that you like obviously you guys are added incentive for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't feel a ton of pressure there. Also, like when it comes to leadership, especially in young life, it's like something that Sam always says is like leading people is really just like you're not putting yourself above them. You're putting yourself below them. You're serving them humbly.
Yeah.
And when you see it like that, it just changes everything. Like I really just want to be like with you guys, like in the trenches with you guys. I want to struggle with you guys,
Yeah.
and I want to serve with you guys. Like that's why Lone Hollow is so fire. Like going to camp and like
Yeah.
serving is because like man, like it kind of sucks sometimes and it's kind of hard, but we're doing it together and like there's nothing better than honestly like suffering together, bro.
I
Like
agree,
that's
yeah.
just the best. Like and we're doing that together, and you guys see me doing it, and I see you doing it, and we're like I'm motivated by you guys just as much as you're motivated by me. And I think
Yeah.
that's like the best part about leading, I guess.
How would you say you deal with like? Have you ever dealt with having like a little ego? Because like for example, like you said, you never drank in high school. Like I never drank in high school until like like summer of senior
Yeah.
year, and I don't now. But when I used to not drink originally, I did it just to say like, oh, I don't drink.
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought I was better than everyone.
Yeah.
Same thing like when I stopped drinking soda. Like, yeah, it's healthy, but I literally just did it so I could be like, yeah, I don't drink
I don't
soda.
do that.
And,
Yeah, that's funny.
I mean, I just kept the streak going. But
Yeah.
how would you say? Would you ever say that you had like a little ego, like walking around being like, oh, I don't do what y'all do, so y'all are like below me? You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was a little bit of both because I don't. I actually just didn't want to drink. Like I was
Okay, yeah.
just gifted with that. Like I just didn't have that desire. Like thank you God. Like
Yeah.
that's just great. I didn't even have to like battle that really at all.
Yeah.
But I also did. I also did have an ego. I also did like just, and I guess when I say an ego, it's just I looked down upon people who did,
Right.
especially people in the church that did. Like that was really hard for me to like wrestle with. It still kind of is. Like people who claim to be Christians and then don't actually live to the standard of that.
Yeah.
That bothered me much more than like my super like secular friend on the baseball team who like doesn't know anything about Christ at all, and he does those things. I'm like, man, he doesn't really know any better. But
Yeah.
then the people I would really look down my nose at are the people that I knew like were like claimed to be followers of Christ and just like didn't live in that way at all. And
Yeah.
so that's where I would say the ego came from. Like almost like I'm a better Christian than you because I mean I can't expect my secular buddies to lock in. Like
Yeah.
why would they do that? there's no reason for them
Yeah,
to
they
do
have
that.
no reason. Yeah.
So
I think a lot of like non-Christians, when they like have like the image of Christianity in their mind, they just think like everyone just judges them for not being Christian.
yeah,
I think that's like the worst misunderstanding,
100%.
Because I came to Young Life, I wasn't perfect. I'm not perfect now.
Sure.
But obviously being a leader, I have to live a little better than well, not a little better, but like, how would I word this correctly? Like you said, above reproach, like I have to live my best life so that people look at me and they're like, oh, he follows God,
Yeah.
so I could live like that.
Yeah.
And it's not an ego thing. It's just generally I'm just doing it for God, and that they just kind of like follows. It's like
Yeah.
a trailer. Like you're driving on the road with the trailer. You're going towards the road. The trailer's just following
Yeah.
you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's something that I pray every day. Like when I'm coming here, I just pray that, like you're saying, like I would just be a beacon of His life. Like that I would like radiate like Christ in like the way that I treat people and behave. Because like that's that's just living to a higher standard. I just like pray that I would live to a higher standard, like in Him, not for myself, but
Yeah.
for Him. And that's I guess that was like the switch from high school to college. It's like, man, like I'm like living in a higher standard for Him and not for myself. It's
Yeah.
kind of like just giving it away is my.
Yeah.
It's not for me. It's not for me. So
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean-
no, it's something that I was listening to the other day. It's like, man, there's somewhere I don't know like what exactly verse, but it's just like, it's like, man, like a good tree cannot bear bad fruit and a bad tree cannot bear good fruit. It's like
Yeah.
so interesting. Like I was like, but when I wasn't like truly following Christ, I wasn't a good tree, and I would do all these good things, but I'm not really bearing fruit because I'm doing it for
Yeah.
myself. And now that I'm, I guess metaphorically a good tree, like I can actually bear fruit for Christ, and like that is just so
Yeah.
much more. It brings you so much more joy and fulfillment. I really enjoy that
Yeah.
part of it.
Because when you're just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for that little like pride, like that little
Yeah,
ego boost.
yeah,
But when you're doing it for God, it's just like, oh, I'm just happy. Like I literally just live my life like
yeah,
this, and I'm just chill.
yeah,
Like
100%.
I guess following God, how would you say that's changed your perception of like success and just happiness in general compared to like when you were living for the world, like in high school and stuff? How do you think it like
Yeah,
it changed?
yeah. I mean, in high school, I did not enjoy like serving others at all. My family's like super involved in the church and always has like always have opportunities for me to serve like homeless ministries and like just church events. Like we did this thing on Thanksgiving where we just we like cook this giant all these turkeys and
Yeah.
whatnot, and then we invite homeless people into the church and they'll like um, they get like a meal on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They can't afford it. It's not only homeless people; it's also people that just like are under privileged, I guess, in
Yeah,
that
no.
in the financial aspect. But I just did not enjoy anything like that. And I found no joy in that. I did not. I was just like, I don't want. I'd rather be doing something else. Like it's more fun than this. This is weird. I don't know. These people smell bad. Like I don't like this.
Yeah.
And then when I came to college, I mean, that's like literally like that's probably like one of the biggest transformations in my life. Like the biggest 180 that I've had is in service, and I think that's where I've really seen like the Lord speak to me the most and like really change my heart. Because now, like, I mean, 2 years ago we had like we had a work week, which we'll have this upcoming semester too, and
Yeah.
it was really the most fun I've ever had in my life, and we were like doing manual labor outside the entire time. Um, and like anytime we do like anytime we go to Capernaum or even Young Life is, I don't know, it's service, but it's so fun you can't even really call it that. But like
Yeah.
when we go to like the Capernaum talent show, like these like kids with special needs that are on stage, and they're just belting out a song, and it just sounds insane, but like you can just see like the joy that they receive from like everyone clapping for them, and like they're the
Yeah.
center of attention. It's just like awesome for them. It just means so much to them.
Yeah.
And like that, like in high school I would have been like, man, like what am I doing here? Like this, like I don't know, I don't get a whole lot out of this. Like it's
Yeah.
kind of cool, I guess, but man, like now that stuff, like the Capernaum Talent Show and Work Week, and like those events are just like my favorite ones of the year by far, bro.
Yeah.
Because it like, oh my gosh, it shows the way that like the Lord is like working in other people's hearts, and like getting to witness that is just like that is like the real treasure, bro. That's the real joy.
Yeah.
Like our like even like the freshman guys, every year we get like a new batch of freshman guys. Like you're part of the batch of freshman guys,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah. Yeah.
awesome, bro. Like we get to watch you guys grow spiritually and like follow the Lord and like make leaps and bounds, and like we get to like be with you alongside that the whole time. Like that is the joy. Like that
Yeah.
is the joy. Like, oh my gosh, like I can't even explain to you. Like when sometimes you guys will say something like in a Bible study or just like in person, just like chatting, and I'm just like, wow, like that like makes I'm about to cry. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I like what you just said is about to make me cry. Like that is like I'm just like so moved by that. You have no idea. Like that's like the Holy Spirit in you. Like that is so awesome. Um, so I would say that's like really where like that's what joy is. Like I don't think you can really have true joy unless you're following Christ like intimately. I really don't think you can have that. So
No. Yeah.
I think you could be happy and like temporarily like excited about things, but I don't think you can
Yeah.
have true joy like without the Holy Spirit inside
I
of you.
agree. I think it goes back to what we were saying. Like, if you're doing it for yourself, if you're like drinking just to have fun, like, yeah, like you're having fun for that night. But then, like, the morning you wake up, you're like, damn, like, why did I even do that? You
Yeah,
know?
I'm the worst.
And,
Yeah.
like, with God, like, I wake up every day and I thank Him, and I just automatically fills me with like joy because I'm like, I'm working for Him, and
Yeah.
I know everything that He has in store for me is gonna work out. And like, if I just trust in Him, like, my future will work itself out. I
Yeah.
don't have to worry about that. Like when you walk around with so much stress, you're like always thinking like what's gonna happen next. But when
Yeah.
you're following God, you want that thing to happen. Like
Yeah.
you're wanting the next thing to happen because you're growing. You know.
Yeah. Count
And
it all joy, for real.
yeah,
That's a real, yeah. It's all good, bro. I
yeah,
love talking about Yeah, just selflessness and suffering, bro, are like my two favorite things. Like,
Yeah.
those are just awesome. Like, they're so character building, and like the more selfless you are, or like honestly, yeah, the more like if you have the Lord, the more you suffer, the more selfless you become. Like, you just realize that this is just not of you. Like,
Yeah.
like that. Like, you cannot find strength in yourself to like get through these things, and I think that's just so awesome. So,
I I think like I agree with everything you said. By the way, that was great.
thank you.
I think one thing I'm starting to realize is that I literally just have like free will and
Yeah.
just do whatever I want. And with that just comes, I think a lot of the time when you're following God, it's hard to distinct between like His voice and your voice. But
100%.
sometimes you're just so motivated to do a certain thing. I feel like that's just Him putting that in you.
Yeah. 100%.
And it's so beautiful to see. Like I got inspired to do this, and I just been wanting to do it ever since. Like,
Yeah.
every single day, every week I wake up, I'm like, who can I interview next? Like, who can
Yeah.
I talk to?
Yeah.
And like, hopefully, one day I start expanding away from Young Life. Not because I want to,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
just
yeah,
generally
yeah.
like because I want to are they Crew? Like the Crew take shout out Crew.
This is
Oh,
Catholic. This is the Catholic Student
yeah.
Association. Crew is typically over there. They're not here today.
Okay. Well,
Part-timers.
I used to be Catholic, and I'm so interested in that because my parents are Catholic.
Yeah.
So I love learning about new faiths, and
Yeah.
like one day I would love to interview one of them or one of the Crew people. Like just grow and like learn about everyone, because I think
Dude.
everyone is just so amazing, and that's how you get joy, when knowing that other people's stories and like knowing what they have and what they went through
Yeah.
just gives you joy in your own situation. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, and that's like also just like the number one way to love someone. Like, that's I go to a Bible study led by a guy named Sean, and Sean always says like the number one like the best way to love someone, especially someone that you don't know very well, like, or that you're just now meeting, is like is by like listening to them and like learning their story and asking them questions and looking them in the eye and like really like showing that you care. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, recording it is like a whole nother level, right? Like man, I care so much about what you have to say. I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna show people. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
What you have to say is valuable, and like that's so cool. And especially, bro, out here, man, there's literally an untapped like well of like so many crazy stories and point of views, bro.
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
bro, if you want to like start talking to people that are maybe not Christian, like I have some guys for you, bro, like that will blow your mind, bro.
Send them my way. I'll gladly talk to them.
I will, bro.
That's what I want to do. I want to educate people too. I feel like when I was in high school, I never even had like any glance into God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because my family, my mom's a really big Catholic. So is my dad.
Yeah.
But I never really fit into the Catholic Church. It was never my thing.
Yeah.
So I never really had a glimpse into any other thing until I came to like Young Life
Yeah.
in college. I was doing it.
Really? Wait, so Young Life in college is your first experience outside of the Catholic faith?
Right before I came to Houston, I like went to like church, like non-missionary.
Okay.
That's what I'm sticking with because I think that's like the best fit for me.
Non-denominational?
Yeah, non-denominational.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
But coming here was like my first real experience with like just Christians, and
Wow.
I just love. Well, some of them are Catholic, so I like talking to them
It's
about
true.
it.
Yeah. We do
And
have some of those in there.
it's so interesting, like, and I've talked to people here who are Muslim, and just
Yeah.
hearing about, like, I had a 5-hour conversation with this Muslim, one of my Muslim friends.
That's fire.
He just taught me about his religion, and I'm not gonna judge him for it. I just like listen, and it's just so amazing to see like people's perspectives and everything.
Yeah.
And even if they're atheists, like hearing why they don't believe in God and stuff like that,
Sure.
I think that's important towards my faith or
Yeah.
towards other people's faith. And the reason I want to record it is just like, if anyone needs help, like if anyone just sees the video, like randomly comes upon it and it helps them,
Yeah.
that just makes my day.
Yeah.
Just knowing that like at least one person that watches this video, even if I just get like 10 views, like at least one person that saw the video, you know,
That's
just,
priceless.
It helps them, you know?
Yeah.
And that is like they say in like the leadership training, they rather me have like a 1-minute conversation that actually impacts a kid
Yeah.
than have a 50-minute conversation that does absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And I think that's like the most beautiful part about just spreading like God's word is just no matter how you do it, you're doing it and it's gonna work, you know?
100%.
And I think that's
because it's not on us, right? It's
Yeah.
like we're out here planting seeds and doing our best, like our imperfect best. But
Yeah.
like, man, Christ is like we're just on his boat, and he's he's the one who's actually changing hearts,
Yeah.
and he uses us as imperfect humans, and that's just great to be a part of.
So did you have Young Life at your school?
No. Oh, well, so I went to school, my first 3 years of high school, freshman, sophomore, junior, I was at a school in Oklahoma. I did not have Young Life.
Okay, yeah.
And then I moved to Belton, And in Belton, they had Young Life there,
Yeah.
Belton, Texas, and it was okay. It was fun. It was fun. I made a lot of friends there. And once I made friends there, I stopped going as much because I like had friends and I had other things to do, because I made friends at Young Life.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. So for 1 year I did. And that's kind of like how I heard about it.
Yeah. So did you want to be a leader, or like that didn't happen until college?
That didn't happen until college. I mean, I didn't think, like I said, Young Life is like it's fun, but you really only start to have fun in Young Life, like real fun, once you like become a leader and start serving people.
I
Like,
agree. I agree.
and that just goes. That's in every aspect. Like at camp, like I went to a Young Life camp in high school with like my buddy Sab. He's right there. We went and it was fun, but then like I came to college and we went and we served people at camp, and that was like way more fun. That
Yeah.
was way. It wasn't even close. Like it's like non-comparable. It's like it's two different experiences, and one of them is just way more
Yeah.
fun. And so I think, like, if you just go to club and I guess like take, like if you're going and you're taking and people are pouring into you and like trying to be your friend and you're taking, I guess like that sounds really negative. It's not that negative, but if you're not really like, serving and contributing, like it's just way more fun to like give and contribute and bring people in, and
Yeah.
that there's like just way more fun in that, like enjoy.
I
and
agree.
fulfillment. It's just great.
And you also, like, when you're a leader, you just talk to like twice as many people. Like,
Yeah.
You just, and you feel like you're a part of something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And not saying that people who aren't like leaders are just not gonna have fun at Young Life. Like, it's still fun. Like when I
Yeah.
wasn't a leader, it
No,
was
yeah,
still fun.
yeah, 100%.
But I think being a leader too, like, it definitely brought me closer to the people in my group, like the people that were doing leadership training with me. Like I see them, I like talk to them for like an hour,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And even the people who aren't like in like leaders, they're just in Young Life, like just talking to them, it's just so fun and just so interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's like the best part about being a leader.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I would say the best part about being a leader at UTSA is just show me that like just like the inherent value that like every person has. Like
Yeah.
especially in high school, man, like I don't know. Like dudes that were like in JROTC, I was like, bro, just like you were weird as heck, like get away from me.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to chill with you. But now, bro, it's like, man, everyone's got something to give. I mean, some people have more to give than others, but like, man, like just learn to appreciate like people that I normally would never be able to appreciate in high school. It's like really cool.
Like, sometimes you got to appreciate what everyone does. Like,
Yeah.
'cause, I mean, I do this, and that may be weird to some people, but like
Yeah.
I do it, I love it, and other people do like sports, they do band, they do all this stuff, and to me that might be like, oh, I'll never do that. But
Yeah.
to them, it's like their whole life. And
Yeah.
back in high school, I think I was very like in the middle. I would not being prideful or anything. I think I was a pretty well-known kid. Like I was
Sure.
in between. I played soccer, so
Yeah,
like I was
believe
up
that.
there, and like I was in between like the popular
Yeah,
group,
yeah,
and then like
I believe that for sure.
kind of like the low, like the people who aren't very well known, and I would talk to both because I would chill with everyone. Like I wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't think I was a hateful person. I think I would just be chill.
Yeah.
Like if you're in my class, you're sitting next to me in class, I'd talk to you.
Bet,
You know.
yeah.
And every single one of those people had value, no matter what they did. And I think that's like the most beautiful thing I experienced in high school. Looking back, is literally no one like I met people who like were criminals, and they were still like they had some value to bring to the
Yeah.
world. And then I met people who like were like rich and they had value, and people who were poor, and then people who like loved God, and people who were
Yeah.
atheists, and every single one of those people brought some sort of value in the world, and they taught me something, or like they helped me with something. And that is the one lesson that I take away from high school that I just I appreciate so much.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a problem with the world, is we don't want to accept each other.
Yeah.
Like someone has one different idea than us, and we just want to attack them every single time they have a different idea. But if you just attack someone, they're not gonna learn. If you really want to teach someone, then just talk to them. Just be like, why? Like why do you believe in this?
Sure.
And if you don't agree with them, then tell them why you don't agree with them. But don't get upset at them. Like
Yeah.
don't yell at them, because
Yeah.
that's not gonna help them.
Yeah. Getting upset is almost never helpful.
Yeah. I agree.
And I don't know, something that C.S. Lewis said, and in this book, Mere Christianity, that like really resonates with me, and it's basically just saying like, man, like God's intention for all of us, like for every person on earth, is to become like, we're supposed to be so Christ, like we're all supposed to be like mini Christs, like trying to follow Him,
Yeah.
like Christ did, and every person around us like has the potential and is the template to become a mini Christ. Like, and there is like infinite value in that. And that's just so crazy to think about. Like, everyone, like, in some of the, like, because it might seem like people are like, you know, much farther behind on like the path toward, you know, like trying to become like Christ, like, than others. And it's like hard to see that like this person could ever like be that, like
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
Christ follower, like mini Christ, like someone who lives just like Christ. Like, it's so hard to believe that this person like has that in them, but like,
Yeah.
man, like everyone does, and I just think that's so cool.
Yeah, it's
And like,
it's
and that helps me appreciate, like, it just helps me appreciate people,
I
like,
agree.
and just be less judgmental.
Yeah. No, that's a big thing though. Being judgmental, like
Yeah.
everyone deals with it. You cannot say you don't deal
Yeah.
with it, because
I
at least
agree.
like one time you're driving down the road, someone cuts you off, you're gonna judge them. Like,
Yeah, you just get mad
go
instantly.
to class,
Yeah.
you see someone playing on their computer while you're like trying to study, and like you're like, yeah, you're gonna.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think being like Christian or just following God, even though you're not Christian, like you just do like any other religion, I think the most important thing is just understand that you're not perfect either. Like,
Yeah.
I mess up every single day, so do they. Like, I am no better than them, and that is the one reason why I want to continue my faith, and why like I believe so much in like God and the Holy Spirit and faith, is because no other person is better than me, and I am no better than any other person. We both sin the same, we both do the same things.
Yeah.
And they are no better than me. They
Yeah.
are no better than me, and I am no better than them, just because their skin color, how tall they are, how short they are, or what they look like.
Yeah.
Like, that is literally the truth. Like, that is the one thing that even if you are not Christian, you can believe. Like,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
the truth, literally.
100%.
What do you?
And that's like
Okay.
so hard to. That's like, I don't know. That's so hard to like to live that way.
Mhm.
It's like, it's just so, like you said, it's just so natural for us
Yeah.
to be like a weirdo. Like bro, when I see someone like walking down, you know, into Sombria with like the worst fit of all time, like some like weird emo, weird piercing, whatever. I'm just like,
Yeah.
what the heck, you know? But like, yeah, but like you're saying, bro, or like we're saying, it's just like, man, everyone carries the same value, like, you know,
Like,
outside of Christ.
if that's what they like to do, that's what they like
That's
to
what
do.
you like to do.
That
Yeah.
may not be my thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's okay to be like, that's not my thing.
Yeah.
But the moment you like attack them for it,
Yeah.
that's when like I think
Yeah.
it's a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
What do you think? Following God so closely, that I think every Christian can admit this, but there's like a little one thing about God that you have a hard time like kind of trusting.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's just like subconscious, like you're not really thinking about it. What do you think is like the one part about God that you have like such a hard time like trusting?
I guess I would say, I don't know. I guess I have a hard time trusting, like, in his justice, because I am kind of like a big proponent of justice. Like, I want justice to be served. Like, if I see someone like wronging someone else, I want them to like pay for that. If I feel
Yeah.
like I've been wronged, I want them to pay for that. I want to like
Yeah.
make them pay for that. Um, and something that, like, I don't know, like when someone lies, like when I think that someone is like, you know, lying or like hurting someone, or like, I don't know, and like I want to like tell people about that. I want to like bring that to the light, and I want to like, you know, drag that person down, like,
Yeah.
because I want justice to be served. Like, you're
Yeah.
hurting people, I want to hurt you. You know, like that's such a crazy way to think, and like Carlisle said this today. It's like, man, like the truth just like always wins.
Yeah.
Like, justice, like Christ is so just, like everything, like justice will be served in the end. And like, and it's also just crazy for me to be in that mindset of like I should be the one like serving justice, because like I am also so sinful. It just goes into the pride thing. Like,
Yeah.
and like I'm just like, but sometimes I really like I see something going on, and I'm like, man, like I have to do something about this. Like, I have to take matters into my own hands. And
Yeah.
I think that's like a major lack of trust in Jesus. Like, that I don't trust him to handle that. Like, I don't
Yeah.
trust him to bring the truth to the light. And I think that's been a struggle for me my whole life. It still is a struggle for me. Like, I still have these, like, you know, I still feel so passionately about things, and
Yeah.
and that just like gets in the way of my trust in Jesus, because I feel like I has to be me. I have to do this. I have to help this situation out. I have to tell people
Yeah.
this person sucks. Like, if someone is like, man, something that I used to do all the time is like, if I didn't like someone, and like someone would be like, man, I like, if someone would tell me that they do like this person, I'd be like, man, like, you should not. Like, let me tell you why. Like, I know these things. Like, this
No,
is like,
that's true. Yeah, I
like,
agree, I
I'm gonna
agree,
bring
I
them
agree,
down.
yeah.
Like, you should not. Like, and I think that's just so messed up. And like, and I don't know. Like, and I just need to like keep my hands off of, man. Like that is just, that's all the Lord. Like the truth will come to the light.
Exactly. So. I completely agree. And honestly, dab me up for that answer, because that was like probably one of the best answers that I've had on this. Like I have never, whenever I ask people that question, like I've never had someone say judgment. I don't think people talk about that enough. Like I was having this conversation with this person the other day, and we were talking about kind of the same thing, and I told them like straight up, like, if you murder someone, you are still as bad as someone who just looks at a girl in a lustful way.
Yeah.
There is no difference. You still committed a wrong act.
Yeah.
Now in how I like to explain to people is like we see up, right?
Yeah.
So we see like this wall, we see all this. When we judge sin, we judge it based off like how we see the wall. So like this sin is up here and then this sin is down here. So it's not as bad.
Yeah.
But when God looks at it, he's looking at us down.
Yeah.
So he looks at it plain. Literally every sin is the same.
Yeah, it's 2D for him.
It's 2D. Like he literally sees every sin as the way. Like, like I could murder someone and you could simply steal something, and that is the exact same thing to him. And I think that's why God is such a fair judge. And I think that's why humanity is so... I think there's so much beauty in humanity, but I think that's like judgment and judging is one of the biggest problems with us, like that I see.
I mean, I guess it's easier or we're so inclined to judge people based on like the severity of their sin, even though Jesus sees them all the same. Like there are different worldly consequences for each one. Like, you know, if you're looking at a girl lustfully, you don't even make an action on it. Like no one's gonna know. There's really no consequence really for you, like in the world. But you know, if you kill someone, then you go to jail and everyone hates you. Like so, that just seems way worse. But to God, it's all the same because we've all fallen short. We've all sinned, and we're all like in desperate need of a savior. So like there's just no way we can be. We've all just fallen so far. It really doesn't make sense to like compare like deeds, like because we're all just so far down. It doesn't even matter.
And like I understand why we have to like legally. I understand that part. I'm not saying let murderers go out for you or anything like that, but I could talk about like the judicial system for hours. I'm not gonna get into that, but I think like we just need to be more understanding, like, and agree. I'm actually gonna ask you right now. Do you think everyone can change? Like, do you think people are too far gone sometimes, or do you think everyone has a chance to change?
That's a good question. And you know, like when I hear a question like that, I'm like inclined to go to like biblical examples.
Go right ahead.
I know, but like I just don't know enough. I would say that I believe because man, this is just like me, like a deep pull that I'm not really sure I know too much about. Like the king, I'm not sure. This is all very who knows, but you can fact check this because we all have access to the Bible. Like the king of Assyria, at some point in the Old Testament, the king of Assyria is like. He's done he's so evil, he's done so many evil things, his mind is so corrupt that, like, it doesn't say word for word that he's too far gone, but it says something along the lines of that. Like, his heart is so hardened that he can't, like, he just can't do it. He's too far gone. Yeah. And I think maybe that happened, and you know, maybe that's what the Bible's trying to say is that guy's like too far gone, he can't accept Christ at this point in his life anymore. It's like he's done, his heart is too hardened, but I think in our day-to-day, I don't know if there's ever been anyone like in recent history that is like that bad. So like I would like for me in my life, like I don't think there's ever going to be a moment where I could say that someone is too far gone. There's no one is beyond help that I will ever meet, that I'll ever encounter, that I'll ever see on TV. Yeah. And so that's going to like define the way that I act. Like that I don't think anyone's too far gone, and so I should never like give up on someone or treat someone differently in that way. Okay,
that's a good answer.
Okay.
I think I asked Dave the same question. Dave or Sam, I asked them the same question.
Okay, yeah, they're way smarter than me. So
no, don't worry. You probably gave the same amount of like intelligence level answers.
Okay.
And that Bible pool is true. I'm pretty sure. Okay. I will put it on the video if it's true or not. But I'm pretty sure because I've heard that story now. Yeah. I think I've heard someone explain it like. The reason he was so far gone is because he literally could not accept God. Like he just didn't want to. Yeah. And that's when I wouldn't say someone's too far gone because I think everyone can accept God. Yeah. But if there's someone like, what do you think? Like if there's someone like rejecting God so much, like do you think eventually like there's no way of convincing them? Like,
I mean, man, like I don't know. There's so many stories of people like lifelong atheists, so that accept Christ right at the very end, right?
Yeah.
And they've been denying God the whole time. It's been their whole the whole point of their work is to destroy God, prove why it doesn't make any sense or why he's not real. And then at the very end, they're like, man, he has to be. Like, I'm about to die. He has to be. So I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't. I mean, I think everyone has a chance to accept God, and you can reject that or receive that. And I think that everyone who has an encounter with Jesus, and everyone does, has the ability to accept that.
Yeah.
And I don't think that there's a certain amount of times. I mean, I don't know, how many times do we sin and fall short and then turn back to Jesus and he accepts us every time. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I would lean no. I would lean no.
Yeah. Okay. No, I understand. I think that's a great answer. And again, I could get into that for hours.
Yeah.
Because it's such a complicated, you'd have to sit down and just explain everything.
Like Jeffrey Dahmer, people say that's probably one of the most twisted dudes ever.
Yeah.
And people say that he accepted Christ in prison.
Yeah, that's if you watch the documentary, I think it does say that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So and it's man, did he? I think it's possible. I think it's impossible for a guy like Jeffrey Dahmer to accept Christ.
Yeah, and then but then you look at it and you're like, damn, he's done so much bad. How is that even fair?
How is that? Yeah, fair. Yeah, that's
I think that's also such a confusing part for non-Christians, I guess. How does someone who lived a perfect life, not perfect life, but someone who did very good things and was giving out their money and stuff but never knew who God was, how do they go to hell? But then someone who killed a bunch of people but then accepted God at the very end, forgave, repented for their sins, goes to heaven. How is that fair?
Yeah.
That's something people can't grasp. I guess talking about that in your sense of being a leader and following God, again, I've said it 3 times in this interview, but how would you distinguish God's voice from yourself? I was just talking about how I feel God motivates me to do certain things.
Yeah.
And I kind of can tell it's not me because I've never been so motivated to do something. How would you say that you do it, and how would you recommend to someone that's watching? How do they distinguish the voice,
Yeah. I think I don't know. I know people Kelly, the guy we do house church with, he says he's heard the voice of God. God has spoken to him. He hears a voice. And so then he's given direction in that way. He said that's happened before. That's never happened to me. And I guess, yeah. And so I the way that I distinguish the voice of God is just one thing that I pray probably the most, very similar to I pray these 2 things the most is the one thing that I told you earlier is man, I pray that I would be a beacon of light for you when I walk out this door. That I would treat people with kindness and even if I'm not telling them about you, that they would see you in me. I pray that, and then I also pray that my will would align with his will. And I'm not gonna know his will fully. I'm not gonna nail that every time. But I just pray that my will would align with his will, and then I pray that he would give me wisdom, and then honestly, then for me, it's just trust. Then I'm just going out there and I'm trying to make the best decisions that I can with him in mind, and whether or not I make the wrong or right decision, just trusting that he's gonna work with me in that no matter what. And so really I can't make a decision that he hasn't already conceived of and seen infinitely in the future of. I'm not really worried about that. I just come out here, I'm hey God, I pray that my will would be aligned with yours, that I would represent you well, and that you would give me wisdom and show me the right way. And then I just believe he shows me the right way by just guiding my mind and in my decisions. When I'm you asked me should would you like to do an interview? And I'm just yeah, of course I would. That is that's a wholesome, fulfilling thing, and that's an easy yes, I guess. But when things are more difficult or controversial, when I if I had to move or something, if I had to take a job somewhere else, but I leave all my community, it's man, what do I do? I don't know. I feel a lot of it for me is pretty logical. I weigh the pros and cons. I weigh okay, what matters to me most? My friends, my community, my relationship with Jesus, where is that going to flourish the most? And then I'm okay, but if I take this job, then I'll be able to, provide for my family and I'll get to, and that's also God honoring. Like both of these things are God honoring. So I don't know. I just like, I really, for me, it's just like it's prayer for wisdom, and then it's just trust, and then
Yeah.
I'm just going out and trying to make the best decision I can. And so I guess to answer the second part of the question, for someone who I don't know is trying to hear God, um, I don't know. I definitely encourage like intentional prayer, and then like a trust that He will respond to you in like any like any sort of way. I don't know. Like don't have an expectation for what you're gonna hear or receive. I guess like
Yeah.
just be open minded and like be willing to, you know, hear Him in any way. You know, whether that be like an audible voice in your head, like in like when you're praying and like meditating in silence, or you know, like through someone who you know that you know it's like hey, like you know, gives you some advice and you're like dang that was good. Like I think all of those are ways that Jesus can speak to us, and
Yeah.
so just being open minded to like how you know receive you
Yeah.
know His direction for you.
And honestly, that is literally like, it's so beautiful how He can just talk to you through so many things,
Yeah.
and you just like, dang, like I was asking about that like literally
Yeah,
yesterday,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
now like Sam is talking to me about it,
yeah,
and now,
yeah.
or
That's another important thing, like with the expectations. Like, man, like that happens so much. Is like he like responds so quickly, but like
yeah,
sometimes I feel like people can get deterred by like, man, like I've been praying for this. It doesn't feel like it's been answered. I feel like I haven't like, um,
yeah,
I feel like I haven't like heard from Him in a
yeah,
while, and I think like that's just all just like you just keep praying and then just trust that He's working in the background. Like
yeah,
you don't always get to see it, you know.
yeah, no,
And when you do get to see it, like what you're saying, it's so beautiful, right? And
yeah,
so that's just like and that's just a gift. So
yeah.
when that happens,
Like when I was choosing schools, I literally did not know where to go,
yeah,
and I literally just prayed one night. I was like, God, just help me choose. Like, just put a like image in my mind of where I need to go to like I want to grow with you. Like I was already kind of growing in God,
yeah,
and I wanted to kind of leave like worthy things behind. So I was like, God, just help me like pick a place where I can go and do like I'm gonna learn stuff, and like I'm not gonna be distracted. I'm gonna be able to do stuff. And like 2 mornings later, I was literally like away. I woke up, and the first thought of my mind was like UTSA. Like I literally the little thing that they congratulate you for like getting in.
yeah, yeah.
It
The
was
acceptance.
sitting on the only one out of all the schools was sitting on my floor, and I looked down and I just read UTSA, and I'm like, huh, I should go to UTSA.
Bet, yeah,
And then I just came here, and now I mean I'm a young life leader. Like I'm doing everything like I think I should be doing. I mean,
yeah,
hopefully this is what
yeah,
I should be doing.
yeah,
Uh, it's just
yeah,
people aren't patient. You know,
yeah.
that's such a gift that comes with God. It's just
Mm-hmm.
being patient. Like
100%.
when I ask Him to help me figure out what I'm gonna do after finals because I'm not sure how that's gonna go.
Yeah,
Like I can't just expect Him to answer my question before finals because
yeah,
obviously it's before finals. I just gotta be patient about it and
yeah,
just trust Him.
yeah,
I usually only pray things like unless it's like something important. But if I just want like something and I'm gonna trust Him in it, I just pray about it once. And I'm like I'm gonna trust you, and I'm not gonna, like why would I pray
yeah,
about it again if I trust Him? Like I know it's gonna be fulfilled,
yeah.
and that is how I see it. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Yeah, I think you can pray about things multiple times. Like I don't know, just a reminder that it's in God's
Yeah.
hands
No.
helps you like stress
Yeah.
about it less. Like, man, like God really does have this. Like He hears me.
Yeah.
Um,
Like if it's a stress, I'll probably like pray about it. Like my finals, I'll probably pray about that
a
multiple
couple,
times.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
if it's like, oh, like help me get this interview, I trust in you, Lord. Like
yeah,
I know you're. If it's right, you're gonna get me the interview. And then
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't pray about it again. I just let it happen. You know?
yeah. So, something that I think about a lot. I kind of had this realization like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Is like, man, like how could I ever like not trust God or like complain about anything that's happened to me when it's led me to where I am? Like
Mm.
the situation that I'm in right now is so ideal. Like I'm like a broke college student with like a ton of friends, like trying to serve the Lord the best that I can.
Yeah.
Like I have like so much joy. I'm so fulfilled. Like I'm so full. Like and everything that's happened to me has led me to this state, to this
Yeah.
point. Like, how could I complain about anything that's happened to me? Like the mistakes that I've made, like the bad decisions that I've made. Like, how could I complain about any of those? Like,
Yeah.
if they've all led me here. Like thank you for leading me here. Like with all those things. Like, that is just like, and that is kind of like why that I have like the take that I do on listening to Jesus. It's like,
Yeah.
man, like I've made all these decisions, like, you know, some right, I guess, and some wrong. That's like subjective, I guess, because like I've I'm here now, and like
Yeah.
I'm in this position, and like I just all I can do is be thankful for that, and so I have to be thankful for God guiding me every step of the way.
Yeah.
Whether I went against His immediate will for me then, like or went with it, like it's led me here. So man, like just to trust that He'll lead me
Dang.
somewhere else. Like
I've
that's just awesome.
never even thought about it like that.
Yeah,
I was telling one of my friends that like it's kind of what you said, but I've never thought about it like that. That's a good way of thinking about it.
thank you.
But I always sit down and I'm like, dang, like I'm literally living in the thing that I prayed to be in. Like
Yeah,
I always prayed that I would have the chance to do stuff like this, and it's happening. And then I'm like, okay, well, this thing might happen and it's bad, but that's gonna shape who I am, and that's gonna shape where I go.
yeah,
Like if it's truly meant to happen, like it's gonna happen no matter what I do to stop it.
yeah,
And everything that's happened bad in my life, obviously good too, but mostly like bad stuff that's happened in my life has led me to this exact point of me talking to you.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. It's like man, like who could ask for a better situation than this, bro? Like, who
Exactly.
could do that? Like, it's just like, it's so ideal. And so
Yeah,
then you can't
I
be upset about
totally
anything
agree.
that happened previous because it's like, that all led you to here. Like,
Exactly.
it's so awesome.
Well, wrapping it up, you have a question for me. I want to hear it.
Yeah, yeah. And it actually works out great because my question was going to be sort of on the lines of prayer and, listening to Jesus. And
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you if there was like, or about a time where you were praying for something and like God answered it in a way that you weren't expecting, and it ended up like being much better than like your like desire in that prayer. That's kind of a tricky
Okay,
question.
no,
If you, like,
I got it. I got it.
okay,
Okay.
okay,
I'm gonna do the most recent example, and it has to do with this right here. Um, that's a great question. Oh my gosh, you stumped me. This is the only question that anyone has ever asked that stumped me. But
yeah,
I think I've always wanted. I told you before the interview, like when we were talking, I've always wanted to do something with like social media. Like I've always
yeah,
wanted to like be a presence of like pretty well known, not out of an ego way, but just because I want to talk to so many people about God.
yeah,
And like I look up to like Bryce Crawford and like
yeah.
Cliff and them, like who can go out there and talk to millions of
The
people about
kings of
God.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, and like I look up to them because I know I have a gift of talking. I don't want to waste it.
yeah,
And I before I even thought about this idea, before I even met Rick, before
yeah,
my even like first time meeting him, I was praying to like God, and the first thing I wanted to do was vlogs and like go out and meet people with like vlogs. Kept praying, and I had no motivation to do it. I didn't want to do it. I was just sitting on like the camera, and like I just didn't want to do it.
yeah,
And I kept asking God, like God, like I know you gave me this gift. I know I want to do. I have a passion for this. Like I know you put this in my heart, but how am I gonna use it? Like
yeah,
show me how I'm gonna use it because I don't know.
yeah,
And like that
yeah,
was that first month of like college. I really didn't know. Like I
yeah,
was stuck. I kept coming to Young Life, and then eventually I met Rick, and it was like the most odd way possible. We just started talking about cameras,
yeah,
and I told him like about my vlogs and stuff like
yeah,
that. And I was like, dang, like I need a cameraman one day. Like I said, like it's just a joke.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And we like laughed about it, and we moved on with our days. And then the next Young Life meeting, I was like, my two friends, I have interviewed two of my hometown friends like way before all this,
yeah,
and it was just kind of like an idea I had flown in my head, and I just did it, and it came back like all of a sudden after I prayed one day, it just came back to me. Like I was looking at my YouTube, and it just popped. The first video that pops up was the one of me interviewing my friend.
yeah,
I was like, dang, I can do that
yeah,
again. Now I have connections to Rick, connections to all y'all like
yeah,
leaders. I was like, huh, what if I just interview like Dave or something?
yeah, yeah,
And then I talked to Rick about it. He was like, I'm so down.
yeah,
And I was like,
yeah,
well, if we're doing Dave, we might as well do everyone else.
yeah. Why
And then
not?
if we do
Yeah,
everyone else, we might as well do
really
as
branch
many
it
people
out.
as we can. I mean, we
Yeah.
literally are on a college campus.
Yeah.
There's 30,000 students that go here.
Yeah.
And I finally, like, I just talked to her. I was like, God, you gave me this idea. Like, let it all work out. Because I trust in you. And I know this is something that I didn't just meet them for a reason. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I met them for a reason.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, God, I trust in you. And then we did Dave. And then right after we did Dave, I went over there and I asked Sam, and Sam was down.
Yeah.
And then I kept asking more people. I asked you, and
Yeah.
asked Kill, and Kelly, and all of them. Like I have
Yeah.
next week is Kelly and
Yeah.
his wife. I'm so excited about that one.
Oh, Kelly and Don. Oh,
Yeah,
that'll be
both of them.
fire.
We were supposed to do it this morning, Monday, but something happened.
Yeah, it's all good.
But yeah, it's just so amazing. Like, I was so scared and I was so like lost because this is truly what I want to do.
Yeah.
And I told people this all the time, but I do not care if I get 10 views or if I get
Yeah.
a million views. It's not going to change because it's all the same to me.
That's a great way to be, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like when I someone told me, I think it was Dave. He was the first one. He's like, yeah, Luis has a YouTube channel. I was like, really? Like a YouTube channel? Like, what is this guy doing? Like, bro, because when I hear like YouTube or like I'm so like a YouTube or like
Yeah.
Instagram like Reels, like if I hear someone's like doing that, I'm just like, man, you just like want attention so bad. You want to be viral. You want to be the man. You want to be front and center. Like you want people to look at you and acknowledge you and and that's just literally the worst way to be. No one enjoys someone like that.
Yeah.
And so like hearing you say that is like so cool. And I honestly like obviously like figured out that that's like not the type of dude you were like very quickly after saying that. I was like, really? Oh, YouTube? Like that's kind of gay. Like, but it's like this is like so fun and it's I don't know, having like a natural dialogue like this is so cool. And
I do understand and I do agree with you on the gay take. Like if you're doing this just for attention, it's a little gay. Like no offense, like but if you ask most like influencers, I guess, and it's also like a new thing, so I don't judge people when they like ask me about it or like they're concerned about it because like I don't think back then people were like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber. Like, I don't want to be a YouTuber. I do YouTube because I think that's the best way to grow. I hope this grows into something else one day, but yeah, if you're just doing it for attention, bro, like then you're not gonna grow because you're just doing it. And if once you don't get the attention, then you're gonna stop. Like for me, it's like I cannot get the attention. I'll keep going, and eventually, hopefully, one day I do get the attention. But it won't be for me; it'll be for God. And all these interviews will help someone eventually. You know what I mean?
100%, bro.
Yeah. So I do agree with you on that. Like if you're doing this, I think a lot of influencers will tell you if you're doing this for like just likes or comments, like you're not gonna succeed. Most people who are famous right now did it even when no one listened to them. Like, literally, like Kanye, like this crazy example, but no one thought he could be a rapper. No one wanted to listen to him. And I mean, look at him now. I mean, he's not doing the best, but
I mean, and I even mean like yes, influencers, man, but like also people that people that are just like normal dudes or like normal like guys or girls. If you're trying to like look good and like post like a dance on TikTok, like you're like feeling yourself, like you're doing that for you. You want like people to slide up and say, "Hey, you look good." Like I'm trying to get what you like. If that's like your vibe, then like that's just like so detrimental to your spiritual growth and that just sucks. Like the selflessness aspect of this like whole thing you got going is like that's fire and that's like cool. That's like the heart of it. So.
If you want to do a TikTok dance because you want to do a TikTok dance, I don't think that's bad. But but I agree with you. If you're doing it for like a thirst trap or something, that's weird. That's weird.
And like 90% of the time, that's what it is.
Yeah, no,
so,
I agree. Well, I think we're almost we're good on time here. Great interview. I love that question. Really stumped me, dude. That was good.
Great.
You and Emma back to back. Good questions. Let's go. Kale has pressure on him now.
But, we'll see.
I appreciate you so much for doing this, bro. And I just wanted to like and subscribe. New videos coming out every single Wednesday. Pretty sure no one else is doing that like me, but just gonna put it out there. But yeah, subscribe. You got anything to say?
I appreciate this guy. I appreciate his heart, and I appreciate him giving people that don't normally have a super loud voice to have a voice. I think that's really cool.
Thank you. All right. Well, subscribe. And shout out to Rick.
Yes, sir, boy. That was super fun, bro.
I appreciate it.